407 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this... Boy, I think that may be the wrong speech. I still don't know how I'm standing here as our class's valedictorian. I was definitely motivated though. My brother, Kevin, was number 4 in the class of 2007, so I knew I had to beat him. And as a tribute to my grandmother, Carol Harrison, who was VHS valedictorian exactly 60 years ago, in the class of 1953. 4 very short years ago, all of us were getting ready for this crazy thing people call high school. We started with our marching band kickoff, football camp, summer reading, or the lucky few that actually got to do nothing and enjoy their summer vacation. But here we are today, done. It seems a little crazy, doesn't it? I remember not long ago being a freshman and walking through the halls, trying to avoid eye contact with the upperclassmen and thinking, geez, why are all these upperclassmen so tall? And now I stand here today, 6 feet tall, wondering why all the underclassmen are so short. Back in my shorter days, I used to dream about this moment. I didn't think it would really come. It was just some distant event that felt so far away, so out of reach. But here it is today, high school graduation. They say time flies, and boy does it. Think about everything we've been through as a class together. Most of us have been with each other for the past 13 years. This will be my 3rd graduation, preschool, 8th grade, and now high school, with Lindsay Dalzell and Ellen Rossi. It seems like just yesterday we were in preschool, and now we're all grown up. I remember jamming to Britney Spears with them in Mrs. Payton's class. Everyone in this class of 2013 has been together for so long. Now it's time to part. We've shared everything together. From our class's first day of school as the puny freshmen, to our first football game as high schoolers, to our first homecoming, which seemed like the coolest thing, to our first basketball games, first show choir competitions, soccer games, academic challenge matches, first speech and debate tournaments, baseball games, track meets, tennis matches, and everything else you can think of. It seems so incredible, so amazing that we could be involved in it all. Some of us truly were involved in it all. But then time went on and we repeated each thing year after year. Some of us dropped a couple of the activities and a few picked some up. But each new year there seemed to be a little less excitement about it all. We started to skip some of the events and say to ourselves, not homecoming again. A few of us, okay, probably all of us at one point said, get me out of here, when is college? We started wishing time would fly by. Well, here we are today at our own high school graduation, and let me tell you, time has really flown by. We've now experienced our last day of high school as the huge seniors, our last high school football game, our last homecoming, which still seemed like the coolest thing to me, our last basketball game, final show choir competition, soccer senior night, last academic challenge match, final speech and debate tournament, last baseball game, track meet, tennis match, our own senior prom, and anything else we could add a last to. I know in some of these we've said, thank God this is over, but did we really want time to fly by that quickly? Did we try to rush through everything just to make it to today? I think sometimes we take for granted how amazing we had it here at Vermilion High School. All of the opportunities and choices that were set up for us by our wonderful teachers, administration, staff, and parents. Time does fly by insanely fast, but I think we all need to take a moment and step back to realize what we have going for us right at this very moment. I mean, we're about to get our high school diplomas. How awesome is that? So today, and for the rest of our lives, let us not wish time away, but instead enjoy what we have going for us at this very moment. Never again will we have the same exact day or the same exact opportunities. This is probably the last day all of us will be in the same room together. But even though we won't be going to high school events together or even be going to the same school anymore, we will always share one thing, the memories. No matter how fast time flew by for each one of us, we will always have the memories to remind us of the time we spent together. Neither Lindsay, nor Ellen, nor myself will be going to the same college, but I know we will remain friends and cherish the moments we had together. Let this day turn into a good memory and make the most of your life. So let's try this again. 4 score and 7 years from now, What legacy will we have left on this world? What memories of us will we leave on the future generations to come? I sure hope they're good ones. As some of you might remember, in 8th grade, I read a few words of wisdom over the loudspeaker each morning. Well, when I was cleaning my room for the first time since 8th grade, yes, it's true, you can ask my mother, I found the words of wisdom, and I'd like to share one final thought with you. Good morning, Vermilion High School. This is Paul Schwensen with a few words of wisdom. Have you ever heard the story of the man with no shoes? He was feeling very sorry for himself, walking through the streets, full of self-pity and anger. Life was so unfair. Why didn't he have shoes like the others? The man with no shoes came upon a man who was sitting on a blanket, playing a flute. The music was so beautiful that it lifted the spirits of the man with no shoes, and he began to dance. "Come dance with me," he said to the man sitting on the blanket. The man replied, "I can't, brother, I have no feet." That brings me to an old Irish proverb. Be happy with what you have, and you will have plenty to be happy about. With something to think about, this is Paul Schwensen. Make it a great day or not, the choice is yours. Almost done. VHS class of 2013. The choice really is ours. The future is in our hands. Be happy with what you have, and enjoy your life in the moment you're living in. Don't wish it away. I hope for you all the most success and happiness in life.